Welcome, fellow cooks, to another episode of Blue Collar Cooking. I'm Larry, your host. Today, we're going to make a stuffed pork chop with spinach, Gouda, and bacon. 3 layers of flavor. Then we're going to make Italian roasted potatoes. Real simple: oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of paprika. Lastly, we're going to make a roasted asparagus with some tomatoes on top. And we're going to finish all that pork chop up with a nice mushroom. And we're going to put a balsamic vinaigrette on that. So, like our motto says, from the pan to your belly in 30 minutes or less. Let's get cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is, because the potatoes take so long, we're going to slice up our potatoes. We already have some onions in there. We're going to slice them up Italian potato style. Real simple. Put a couple of screws across the 1, 2, 3. One more, it's 5. Put them in there. Next one over. One more is 5. Real simple. We're going to put them in a pan. Right now, we're going to take our olive oil. That wasn't planned. We're going to put a nice drizzle on that. We're going to grab a hold of our salt and pepper. We're going to grab a hold of our fresh parsley, I chopped up nice and fine. And finally the paprika. I'm going to sprinkle that. You want to do the paprika twice because we got to get a couple of layers in here. So now we're going to mix this up. Get everything a nice coating on it. See the parsley's all over. Paprika's starting to get in there. Everything's got a little bit of oil on it. We're going to throw one more layer of paprika on this. And that's it, folks. Here's your roasted potatoes. We're going to put them in our pan. We're going to put them in the oven. It should take about 40 to 45 minutes. At about 350 is what I got the oven on. Nice roasting dish. Just put them in there. Spread them out. Put them right in the oven. And that's basically your roasted potatoes. Check on them every once in a while, give them a little stir. They're going to come out great. Okay, next up, cooks, we're going to put our mushrooms. Get them ready. Very simple. You can cut them long ways. Put them in halves. Put them inside the pan. So that's your mushrooms right there. Again, a little bit of parsley. We're going to use a balsamic on this to make a balsamic reduction. Just a little bit, not much, just for the flavor. And then what we're going to do is the pork chops, I actually marinated them overnight. So they've been in the fridge 24 hours or so. I have them in a brown sugar, balsamic, Worcestershire sauce, fresh garlic, lemon, and a secret ingredient that I cannot tell you. I will only tell the people who log on to my account on YouTube and register and subscribe, and I will tell you what it is. That's where the nice comes in, folks. You can do 9 out of 10 of this. The nice is that secret ingredient I will not tell you about. So here's your mushrooms. We have them nice, cut up, sliced, little balsamic, and what we're going to do is whatever marinade is left over from the pork chops, we're going to put that in here as well, so we have a common flavor, but it's an additional layer of flavor inside the mushrooms. So you'll have the pork chop with the marinade flavor, the mushrooms will have a marinade flavor, and that will give it some sort of a gravy and a sauce for on top. It's going to come out fantastic, trust me. Just for 2 other ingredients for the meal tonight, we have the asparagus I mentioned to you before. It's got some garlic sprinkled on it, some salt, some pepper, and olive oil, and we have the tomatoes on top. And here what I did with the spinach is I like to wilt it slightly. I'm just going to cook it a little bit. Just get it wilted, and then it makes it easier to stuff the pork chops with. And on the side, of course, I bought some thick smoked, apple smoked bacon, thick cut. That's going to be inside there as well. When we assemble the pork chop, you'll get my idea about why we're doing everything we are. Anyway, give us a couple of minutes. We're just about ready to start assembling everything. Be right back. Oh, and by the way, let me take this opportunity to thank 2 of our sponsors. They've been with me from the beginning. Second to None Entertainment and DJ Jeff, and Lo Bianco Vineyards from Queens. sommelier is JP. So I just wanted to thank them for always sticking by me when nobody else did. Believe me, folks, at the end of this, when it's all said and done, and I get picked up, those two sponsors will definitely reap the rewards. Be back in a minute. Now what everyone's been waiting for. Let's assemble these pork chops. So we're going to take the pork chop, get a nice one. You see that thick? You see there's some fat on the outside? We're going to leave that on the back side, like the binder when you cut a hero. Notice, very rare you'll see me change knives, but I have changed knives because I need a better cut. So you're just going to keep your hands up. You're going to come right through it. As you see it open up, similar to how you do a fish. You're going to put a nice cut on it. You're going to leave it like a sandwich, right? Just like a hero like we spoke about. First, we're going to take some spinach. Going to take a few pieces of bacon. All right, don't get lost, everyone. Follow along. Take some Gouda cheese we spoke about. Lastly, the surprise. This is what gives it the nice, folks. I've told you, but I'm giving away a secret today. We're going to put some apples. What goes better with pork chops than apple sauce? But we have better than that. We have fresh Granny Smith apples we're going to put in here. I'm going to put a few slices in here. Okay? I'm going to push that down a little bit. Now the challenge. Bring this over the top. To hold it, we have some skewers cut down to size. And we're going to put the skewer in right through it. And that's what's going to hold it together. We're going to put it on our pan. And that's what we're going to be baking, folks. Let's do one more just to make sure you get the idea. Again, the fat portion side of the pork chop down. Nice and thick cut. We're going to come across it. Keep your hands safe up top. Got it opened up. You're going to butterfly it. I'm sure you heard that term before. Not from here. Let's go to the beginning. We have our spinach. Again, this is why I wanted it slightly wilted. It's easier to make, easier to pack. We have our bacon. We're going to put 2 pieces on here. Because everything, and I mean everything, even ice cream, folks, fellow cooks, listen to me. It's always better with bacon. Parati, am I right? There we go. Get the cheese. Let's get our lovely fresh apples in here. Folks, can you even count the layers of flavor? We have the pork that's marinated in a sweet marinade. We have the apples that are tart, tangy. We have the bacon that's salty. We have the texture from the spinach. We're going to put that all together with the Gouda cheese that's just going to melt all over it. You know what? I get so excited, I'm going to put an extra piece on here. Look at that. Let's squash this down. We'll do the fold over now. Not the comb over, the fold over. Let's take our pick. Put it in. Number 3. All right, folks, I think you got the idea. I'm going to get off this right now. We're going to put all of this into the oven for you. Looks like we got everything. I told you. Here's our mushrooms. We're going to put those on last. Those will take about 20 minutes. The potatoes are in there. They've been cooking for about 20 minutes. Maybe 15, I should say. This is going to go in for about 35 minutes at 350 degrees. And that, folks, is how we're going to get roasted stuffed pork chops. This is all said and done. The next time you see me, it's going to be a major dish. It's going to be nice, folks. Nothing but flavors. So many layers, you're not going to know what to do. See you in a few. All right, folks, as I promised, we're getting there, cooks. There's our mushrooms and our marinade. Nice. What we got next? What do we got on top? Let's look. Oh, there's our potatoes. There's our asparagus, as I promised. Very nice. What's left? The pork chops. Look at them. See how the cheese came out? Almost like a gravy. Pork chops are getting ready. Another 5 minutes or so, you're going to see a plate. And then I got to be telling you, people, you're going to be jealous because I'm going to be eating this, not you. All right, folks, I told you. Here we go. You got our stuffed pork chops. Look at that cheese. Mushrooms on top. The asparagus with the tomato, nice and roasted. And the roasted Italian potatoes. Folks, I don't know what to tell you, but this is what a dinner is all about. Saturday night. Oh, what's that in the back? That is a glass of vino. Guess who it's from? Lo Bianco Vineyards. Here's the dish for tonight. Wife's going to be happy. I just got out of the doghouse. It's a beautiful day. Karate, everybody, enjoy the night. I got my send-off in 2 minutes. Get right back to you. Okay, cooks, I don't know what to tell you other than it's Saturday night. I got a great meal. The wife is happy. I'm happy. We put everything together. We have layers upon layers of flavors here tonight for you. And the bottom line is, fancy is fine, but flavors are forever. Stay tuned for the next episode of Blue Collar Cooking. Remember, Blue Collar Cooking at yahoo.com. Love your comments. I've taken some of them. Your suggestions are fantastic. Don't forget, eat well, live long.